Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a moment to update you on how things are going at the church. I know that you're all aware of the coronavirus and the fact that a lot of organizations in town, including congregations, are having to figure out how to move forward. Right? We're supposed to spend time separated away from each other so we don't spread the virus. And of course, churches are one of those places where people come together, just like schools and workplaces and things like that. So we've been working on that the last few days. Your parish committee met on Monday night. I met with the clergy on Tuesday to sort of talk about best practices. And so we've got a plan for this week, at least. And the first thing I want to say about that is that the first part of that plan is if you're not feeling well, you shouldn't feel like you should come to church. And also, if you're the sort of person who might catch an illness easily, you also shouldn't feel like you should come to church. It's absolutely fine to stay home. We're expecting a lower turnout, basically from now until through the spring, really, as this develops. We don't really know exactly how the coronavirus epidemic will manifest itself at all times. And so if you need to not be in church, that is fine. Don't come because you feel a need to fly the flag or support us or just attend for the sake of attending. We get it. Absolutely. If you can come to church, we'd love to see you. And at church, things will be slightly different. This Sunday will be slightly different because we have a different preacher. I will be present in church, but Tiffany Spigarolo, who is the chaplain at the Metro West hospitals in Framingham and Natick, will be there. She's talking about healing. I don't know if she's going to mention the coronavirus specifically, but that is her service. We'd actually planned this months ago, so it has nothing to do with the current situation. But she will be preaching. I will be present. And we just want to remind people that we're not touching each other. We should keep a good distance between people. Obviously, if you live together, you can sit together. That's not a big deal. And we won't have any coffee hour. There'll be coffee or food at coffee hour, I guess is the best way to put it. If you want to bring some coffee of your own to drink during the service and after, be my guest. I probably will. I need that coffee to get moving. My rest of my Sunday depends on it. So that's absolutely fine. But we will not be having like a normal coffee hour. And then moving forward into the next weeks, I'm not sure what will happen. We will keep you posted in the usual ways. I will tell you, if you're not in church, it's very easy to find the sermon from the previous week. We usually post that Tuesday or Wednesday, right before we send it out in the newsletter. It is in YouTube. It is in the newsletter. There's a link to the YouTube on the newsletter, and then we also post it to our Facebook page, so it's pretty easy to find. That might help if you're feeling like you can't come to church, but you'd still like to be connected. As for other programs, things like after church events, I know Tara has a workshop coming up. I have a book discussion coming up that we're hoping people will attend. We have fantasy baseball this Sunday. Some of those things will be moved to virtual platforms when we can. We might have to cancel a few things outright to just make sure that everybody is safe. We're not supposed to congregate in large groups. The advantage of being in a small church is that we rarely have a large group. So, there will be times that we can be together as long as we do the things we need to do to keep each other safe. But at times we may have to cancel also. One way to think of it that I found helpful is that it's kind of like some of you will remember Snowmageddon from a few years ago when it snowed and we had to cancel church like 3 times because we just couldn't get in and out. This year we didn't get snow. Instead, we got a pandemic. But in a way, there's some similarities there. big things happen, and then we just need to adjust to them. And the questions that we ask when we're adjusting to those things, whether it is a snowstorm or the coronavirus, is how do we keep ourselves safe, and how do we keep our loved ones safe, and how do we support our community? And those questions are asked pretty much in that order. And the church is asking them as well, both for the church, but for you. So I hope that's helpful. There's a little column that Rosemary and I wrote in the newsletter, which you may be watching this in a way that makes it easy to find that, sort of giving a few more details for this week. And like I said, we'll just keep you updated. So, love to see those of you who can make it to church in church. I'd love to see those of you who can't make it or shouldn't make it stay home. We'll keep in touch. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.